Hey, Pisces, Mel, Intuitive Coach here, excited to bring in your February 2025 bonus reading. If you're interested in a personal reading, signing up for the monthly newsletter, or entering into the free reading giveaway, you can find all of that information in the description box below the video. All right, Pisces, soul reminders that'll help guide you through the upcoming weeks and months as we embrace some of 2025's highest of highs and lowest of lows. Your first card out here, no surprise, almost every sign has received this energy, and I feel like there is a veil that is being lifted from all of us to tap into our truest of true nature. You have hello from heaven. Your loved ones in the spirit world want to connect with you as much as you want to connect with them. They know you've been thinking of them, and they are sending you signs and symbols to show you how much they love you and to prove they are with you at this time. Synchronicities, signs, and symbols are showing up. It feels like they're multiplying in the weeks and months ahead, where perhaps you've been able to tap in to a loved one's energy. You may have had dreams about them on occasion. Perhaps you felt like they were with you energetically, but there hasn't been a lot of physical evidence in some way. You're going to start to see that evidence more so in the coming weeks than maybe you ever have since they've been gone. This could be through pennies, numbers, feathers, songs. It may even be through smells. And I'm also getting you maybe activating some of your own mediumship abilities where you're able to tap in to the loved ones or ancestors of others. So if that is a gift that you are awakening to, Pisces, don't doubt your own potential. Let's take a look and see what messages are coming in with hello from heaven. Now, January, February, even March into April could be a significant time for a loved one. Perhaps that was a birthday, celebration of life, an anniversary, or there could be an acknowledgement from a loved one in spirit. If you are going through a situation, I feel balloons. I feel like there will be celebratory energy coming in, and they want to know that they're celebrating in on your success. They are aware of it. There's a congratulatory energy I feel tied to this, but let's see what's coming in. We have double page. Page of Pentacles, Page of Swords, King of Cups. This is beautiful. This may have to do with children for some of you. Maybe you have children in heaven. Someone could be watching over children, whether you are the child. This could be their grandchildren. I'm also getting messages and news because pages do represent messages. The Page of Swords here, an exciting new challenge. You have what it takes to succeed. Review contracts or documents very thoroughly. I feel like there could be a revisiting of your homeland or your place of birth. Some of you, this has to do with contractual agreements, maybe visas, passports, legal settlements or documentation. There may be some news coming in that is honest. There's some truthful news coming in, and I feel like it has to do with the material world. But it feels like this is exciting. It feels like you have what it takes. You're up to the task here. You're up for the challenge. You're giving it a wink, Pisces, and you're saying, all right, I know this is an excellent opportunity. And if you had any doubt whatsoever, I feel like you're receiving signs from the spirit world saying, don't doubt yourself. Go for it. This is an opportunity here of a lifetime. This is an excellent opportunity. Like I mentioned, celebration, it will be offered to you. This could be scholarships, the pursuit of education. For some of you, this is going to be a tangible resource. Maybe a message regarding a tax rebate, a check, an incentive here of some sort, an investment, a job, a financial win, a promotion. I mean, this is news coming in around something in the material world. You may be going back to school. Someone could have been a teacher that's in the spirit world. I'm getting Charlene or Char could be significant here. You may be the teacher, you may be the student, because we have both the student and the teacher. Now, we oscillate between both at all times, I feel. We're constantly learning, but we have the ability to teach, coach, and mentor others. And the King of Cups is showing up here, and I feel like this is your energy. I mean, you are the watery element here of the cups. We are in or navigating towards Pisces season, so it feels like your season, Pisces, for those of you that are celebrating birthdays, sun sign Pisceans out there, this is the time to take a leap of faith. This is the time to trust. It says here, yes, it is safe to trust. The ability to accomplish many things at once. Follow your creative passions. Try not to get caught up in the head. Try not to let the mind hold you back, but bring the head and the heart together. And that's also been a common theme. If you've watched any of your other maybe moon or rising sign readings for the bonuses, there's a common theme of the head and the heart coming together to give each other a big old hug. And when that happens, that is true alignment. When that is the opposite, when the head is going in one direction, the heart in another, it's cognitive dissonance, meaning there will be resistance. There feels like there's a kink in the flow of spiritual abundance. And I just see something coming together quite beautifully here. And you have loved ones in the spirit world who are watching over, who are your biggest cheerleaders at this time. So you are someone who's very warm. You're very generous, Pisces, and honorable and refined. And I also get there's a time for fun. The dolphins are jumping in the background. Perhaps dolphins have significance to you. They also represent playfulness and community, friendships, and family. Dolphins often are in a pod, or they're not single or by themselves. There seems to be others around you that are trustworthy. This is beautiful. All right, soul reminder number 2, you have support. There's the pod, there's the community. People come into your life for many different reasons. Some you learn from and then they move on, while others return often because you need to learn more from those individuals. Others remain beside you throughout your entire life, even those that have crossed over in spirit. There's support, there's help, there's resources, there's family. There's a connective energy coming through here for you in the next few weeks. I feel like you have the support, the financial support, it looks like, with a new offer coming in. You have the logical support of the head. The head is on board here with the heart, and that is beautiful. Spirit, what is the supporting energy here? 8 of Pentacles. Yes. This is education for some of you, mastery for others, apprenticeship, depending on where you are at on your path, on your journey. I feel like you've learned a great deal of lessons, and now you're taking those lessons and you're turning them into wisdom through your experience, through sharing your story, through turning some sort of pain into gain. You're transmuting the energy here, because the 3 of Swords is saying that you're going to continue to work on bettering yourself. You have the support here to help you get out of a pickle, get out of a jam. Whatever the 3 of Swords is, you're releasing the past. You will grow from this situation because time heals all wounds. And some of you, this goes back to your wounded inner child. It may go back to not receiving the emotional, physical, financial love that you'd craved or needed as a child. I feel like you're getting that now in some way, whether you are taking accountability and healing that part of you, or you're feeling like you have the support from others around you. I feel like this is beautiful. You see that Archangel Michael the Archangel of protection. He is protecting this individual as she cries on his shoulder. And I feel like you're releasing. The cries, the tears represent release. And you may have had to go back into an energy to heal it. It may have been an unresolved emotional pain that caused you to feel closed off in some way. But the King of Cups tells me that you're on this path of healing and path of learning where you're not going to let that drag you down. You're having an epiphany here with the Hermit. We are in a 9-year Pisces. The Hermit is the 9. This is about joy through spiritual growth. That means you're able to take a look at some of the challenges and the pain that you've gone through with a sense of appreciation and gratitude. A sense of growth because you are that much wiser. You are that much more evolved, that much more mature because of what you have gone through here. You are now a beacon of light for others. Pisces, you are the lighthouse. Answers that come through meditation. You're connecting with your soul self here. As I mentioned in the beginning, you're connecting to the spirit world more so now because you're ready. You're ready to fully open up, be vulnerable, and you're not worrying as much maybe about criticism or judgments or being or feeling alienated or set apart in some way. You're saying, wait a second, this is part of my gift. This is part of my path. I'm stepping up and I'm embracing this unapologetically. And by holding on to that strength and that power, you really rise above here. You have the 8 of Pentacles. The 8 of Pentacles is dedication, craftsmanship. It's also about being open to experimenting. It's open to learning new ways that can help you be all that you can be. When this shows up maybe in your relationship sector, you may be finding ways to heal parts of yourself so you can be a better partner, a better mate, a better mother, a father, a better student. Whatever it is that you are wanting to heal in, you have all of the tools and the resources here to find the ways, right? Where there's a will, there's a way, and you're not a quitter. You're not going to give up on what you know is your own truth. If there's something that is manifesting here in your life, which I see there is, you are deserving and loving of this. Now, on the support card, you see the egg. The egg is being held in the hand, and eggs are very fragile. So you've went through a very fragile state of your life. You felt very fragile in your emotions. Some of you may have even felt at times like you yourself with the 3 of Swords were walking on eggshells, hence the egg. But I feel like you're supported here by showing up, and I keep getting that word, unapologetically. Like you're not apologizing for your truth. And maybe in the past you did in some way. That's not you. That was self-abandonment. But maybe that was the only way that you knew because that's what you were conditioned or that's what you felt you had to do in that moment. But there's a new path. There's a new way and you're finding it out. I like this for you. You've gone through a lot of healing with that Hermit. Soul reminder number 3, vulnerability. Brené Brown is a master when it comes to teaching about vulnerability, teaching that vulnerability is in fact our greatest strength. This is confirmation that you are seeking to tread into the unknown, unfamiliar territory where decisions are based more on intuition than rationality. Don't let fear hold you back or allow a misguided sense that feeling vulnerable is somehow a negative condition. Pisces, I myself struggled with this for quite some time because at a very, very early age, I had to survive. I had to fight for my survival in a sense. So I put up the barriers, I put up the walls because that was my protection. It was very difficult for me to feel vulnerable, but I also seen other people's vulnerability, and because of how they handled it, I connected that and associated that with a a weakness. Their vulnerability was a weakness. And I vowed to not let that vulnerability ever become a weakness. And you see how there's a parallel there. But as I grew and evolved, I realized that that's not the same energy that I'm in as an adult. I can choose to work on my defense mechanisms. I can choose, and you have a choice here to stay in that 3 of Swords, to close everyone off, to fight, flight, or fawn. I've been talking about this a lot lately. Fighting is, it's defensive. It can be arguing and yelling and not seeing someone's side. We can flight. We can become avoidant. We can check out. We can disassociate. We can put up a hand and say, I don't want to deal with this. Put it under the rug. Or we can fawn. We can overgive so much that we feel depleted, and then we're upset or angry or bitter when we don't get that back in return. So you may be taking a look at your defense mechanisms, and there may be something that's no longer working for you. And it's your responsibility to heal it, because when you heal, we all heal. When you heal, you're able to view your world in a different way, and that's going to ripple out, right? Ripple out into your family, into your community, into every life that you come into contact with, including energetically. And that may be a big pat on the back here that you have from someone in the spirit world, because you are breaking a cycle or a pattern that may have played down in a family bloodline for some of you. And if you have that fear or a misguided sense, as I did, that vulnerability is a negative condition, I really want you to work with that and say, is it, or is that my greatest strength? To love after loss, to turn that pain into gain, to take the experiences that I've gone through and turn them into wisdom and teach others, heal others, be the lighthouse. That's where I see you're at here. All right, clarifying vulnerability. You have 5 of Cups. You have the Temperance card. It's been a long time coming. For some of you, this does date back to childhood or a very early experience in your life where there was some sort of loss, some sort of disappointment. 5 of Cups is sad. It's emotional loss. It's mourning. It's bereavement. It's disappointment, bitterness, self-pity, depression. It is a heavy, heavy emotional energy. But I see here that past pain is receding. Hope is emerging. Everything happens for a reason. Release regret and embrace the opportunities for happiness. Search for the silver lining. You see on this 5 of Cups, there's gifts behind her. She's opened those gifts. She knows what was in those boxes, what was in those gifts. They no longer are enjoyable, potentially, for some of you. It no longer feels like she wants to embrace those gifts of the past, but she's seeing that that's what they were. They were gifts. She may be walking away from them, but she knows that there's a gift right in front of her, and this is beautiful, and it's unwrapped. She hasn't opened it yet. And you have a gift coming in here, Pisces. This is profound. You have a very beautiful gift coming in with these pages. What is the gift? Well, congratulations. 6 of Wands. Remember how I told you celebrations are in order? It says, congratulations, you've done a wonderful job. Time to move on to the next project, award, scholarship, or promotion. 6 of Wands is recognition for your hard work. This is a reward. If you felt alienated, unrecognizable, overlooked, or you felt like you failed in some context in the past, this is rising up. It's victory. It's accomplishment. It's being in the spotlight in some way. For some of you, it could even be stepping into the limelight, stepping into fame. But I feel like you deserve this win. You deserve it because you are appreciating what you've gone through in a sense, even though it may have been challenging, but you also know that you're worthy of the gift that's right in front of you and you're going for it. You have the Temperance angel here with Card 14, Temperance. This is about giving yourself that time to feel in self-control. Embrace your own self-control. Instead of letting the things that are outside of your control you, right? The Temperance here, it's success that comes from objective compromise, self-control, and patience, forgiving and healing energy. The Temperance is about moderation and balance. You went through a period of grief, and now you're balancing it up and you're coming to the other side of that teeter-totter, because that's what life is all about, right? Trying to find balance through the highs and through the lows. And I see that you're getting a sweet taste of the other side of that Three of Swords, right? You're getting a taste of happiness and joy once again. You are waking up to your truth. I keep getting that for you, waking up to your truth. And the Queen of Cups, ooh, look at that. We have the King and the Queen. Okay. Kind, understanding, giving, and psychic. Follow your heart. A love of home and family. Trustworthy psychic information. That is coming through for you. Like I mentioned with Hello from Heaven, there is important psychic information that you are given access to because you are ready to do something with it. You're ready to take it and run with it in a way. This is exciting. Now, soul reminder number 4. You have synchronicity. Are you noticing the signs of synchronicity that the spirit world has been sending to you at this time? People and situations in your life are not just appearing by coincidence. In reality, they are being guided to you from the spirit world to help you for a specific reason. Because I do have the Queen here of Cups, for some of you, you are connecting to a healer, a guide, a psychic, a shaman, someone who is assisting you in some way connect to the spirit world. This could even be a teacher, a coach, or a mentor. I feel like there's someone very significant here that is either in your life or will be showing up in your life. Oh my goodness. Look at your final outcome. You have the 10 of Pentacles. This is part of the synchronicities that are lining up for you. There is so very much to be grateful for. Financial success and the promise of retirement, a rich and rewarding family life. The 10 of Pentacles is most people's dream. It's having that support, having a best friend to grow old with, having family around you, having food to feast on, having enough to pay the bills, having the opportunity to live a joy-filled life, whatever joy-filled looks like for you. The 10 of Pentacles is legacy. And I feel like you are leaving behind a legacy in a sense, but it's not just to be enjoyed when you're gone. You're enjoying it now. So you're a living, walking, talking legend at this time here, Pisces. I feel like you could be getting signs around retirement or around projects or activities that you could take into retirement. Financial success here. Some of you are making some money moves, some investments, possibly with property or real estate. For others of you, this has to do with your health, bettering your health by making better life choices for yourself. And I feel like there is a strong connection with your roots, with your ties, with your family, where you've come from here. You're healing something. And by doing so, it allows you to really step into the next level of your life. You have the Knight of Michael. That's the Knight of Swords. He is quick. Time to move quickly. I feel like there are sudden changes, and that's what these signs and symbols are pointing out for you. Now, don't be impulsive with the mind. Remember, they're coming together. The head and the heart are coming together to give each other a hug, but we don't want to disconnect. It reminds me, if you've ever played one of those like jumping games where you are connected to someone else's foot, or like two of you, both legs are connected and you have to work together. If you go too fast, if one person is hopping, real fast and you're not hopping at the same pace, you're going to fall down. And that's what I'm seeing here is make sure that you're not going so quickly that you miss the signs, that otherwise you're not going to you might not get to that finish line feeling the necessary awards or accomplishment that you would like to feel. Well, you'll still get there eventually, right? But it could take a little bit longer for you. So make sure again that you're going at an even, steady pace. You're listening to your intuition here. And then lastly, you have here the Hierophant. This is the teacher, the mentor that I spoke of. This is your higher power. It says here, the search for meaning in life. Consider an alternative approach. Surround yourself with wise teachers and friends. And I'm also getting here, work smarter, not harder. And again, they're bringing me back to that game. I forget what it's called. But you can work on, how can you make the two work hand in hand together? How can you bring that energy working smarter instead of working harder where you're exhausted, where you're burning the candle at both ends? Use the logical mind to help you figure it out. Once you make a choice that this is my partner, right? This is my partner. Here we are at the beginning of the start line, but we can work smarter by getting the mind on board. You've made a choice from the heart of who that partnership is going to be, and now you can move forward with more ease. You don't have to fall again and go to this side and go to that side. There doesn't have to be that constant disconnect. All right. And I feel like you're committing to a path here that is in alignment with where you are truly meant to go. That's why you have the search for meaning here. Wise teachers and friends are available. You have the support. You have the guidance. You are tapped into the spiritual world. There is no stopping you. You have what it takes here to embrace new beginnings in whatever areas that you're wanting a bit of a fresh start in. That's what I have for you, Pisces. If you like the messages, please hit that thumbs up button. Feel free to share, like, subscribe, and hit that bell. Thank you so much for tuning in. Lots of love.